Hey guys, it's Derek Stokes, and I'm here with the kiddos. Olivia, where are you going? Through the doors. And we are here in Dallas, Texas, actually Frisco, Texas, and we are doing a tour of Philip's favorite football team. Right? What are you going to do with that football?
Sign.
Hopefully get some signed So we're here at the practice facility in Frisco, Texas. So it's kind of right out in the very front.
.355. There are no active running backs within 10,000 yards of touching that record. Then you go to the bottom, 20 consecutive winning seasons, all those under head coach Tom Landry. We'll talk more about those numbers a little bit later, but every other number on this wall can change, and we are always trying to change, especially this number 5 right here in the middle, right? With the 6 on the wall. Just a couple screws away. Owner and general manager, Mr. Jerry Jones. He's owned the team since 1989. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in his class of 2017. Let's talk about what you receive when you get inducted in the Hall of Fame. First, you get a bronze bust of your head. Now, that's just a replica. The real one is in Canton, Ohio, the Pro Football Hall of Fame Museum. Troy Aikman being drafted with the first overall selection in 1989. Another reason that was a major pick, that was the first ever selection made by the Jones family when they took over ownership of the Dallas Cowboys in 1989. Ed Tutal Jones drafted, he was our first overall selection in 1974. Draft wasn't as nationally covered as it is today. We were actually able to fly him out to Dallas the night before the draft, had him stay in a hotel room, and there he is. He was woken up at 6 a.m. that morning saying, Coach Landry's here, we want to take a picture of you with in front of the billboard with your name on it. And he goes, there's a billboard with my name on it? Come out, welcome Ed Tutal Jones to Dallas. We made it official that morning that he was going to be the newest Dallas.
Yeah, you can just keep walking around so we can get everyone in. Thank you.
Yeah, feel free to make your way. This is the Cowboys war room. This is where their end of the draft takes place. See this camera up here? That's what broadcasts to ESPN, NFL Network. Usually they'll show you a sneak peek of this room, but really you only get to see right down the middle, right? Sitting there at the head of the table, that's where Mr. Jerry Jones sits. To his left is where his son Stephen Jones sits, and to his right is where head coach Mike McCarthy sits. Or you can pull up video, right? So you can watch a video on a player. A lot of times what they like to do with this one is they'll put up a college prospect that they're looking at, right? Then they'll come over here and put up a pro player. So someone who's actually playing in the NFL right now, do a little comparison. So here's somebody who's already made it into the NFL. We're going to compare him to this guy who played a little bit similarly, right? They're doing a little bit of, it's really tough here with the Texas heat. It's about 180 degrees every single day here in Texas. If you're from here, you know about that. On your right, that's a natural grass field. It looks like they are completely going to redo the entire natural grass. Everything about it. It was real tough. We've been watering it every day, been mowing it every day. We see it every single day. We're in the facility. But you cannot get rid of all the brown spots off the thing. You'll notice here, if you look at the yellow field goal post right in front of you, that's a standard NFL regulation field goal post. Looks normal, right? But go all the way on that other side. Looks like something's wrong with that field goal post. Anybody see anything wrong with that one on the far end? It's narrow. It's 1/3 NFL regulation. When we built the facility in 2016, our kicker at the time was Dan Bailey, incredibly accurate kicker. He actually requested to have that narrow field goal post to be put in place. Basic understanding being you make this in practice, make that in a game, right? Go back to the black lines, go all the way to your left. You'll see 2 white dots about 15 yards apart near the concrete, right down here. You guys see that? They're about 15 yards apart near the concrete. Very important. That's where the pilot lands Mr. Jones' helicopter when he arrives to the facility. Now, a lot of people ask, well, why would you land the helicopter right in the middle of the star? Well, you wouldn't make Mr. Jones walk that far to the building. He's got a good pilot. He can land it a little close to the structure. Speaking of the building, take a look on your left. This is all Cowboys headquarters. This is all the business side of the Cowboys. That's media, marketing, merchandising, executive offices. We'll take a look at those areas a little bit, but that is all the business side of the Cowboys. See where the building breaks right in the middle? The security guard's kind of standing on that balcony. Keep going. The rest of that building is all rented out office spaces. So if you want your company's headquarters here, one Cowboys Way at the Star in Frisco, you can lease an office right there. You may get lucky and get a good view of practice too. Now, on the other side, building over there, that's not part of the facility at all. That's a big sponsor for us. That's Keurig Dr. Pepper's world headquarters. You'll see the balcony ledge right there near a little group community area for the employees at Keurig Dr. Pepper. They always say during Cowboys practice, whenever the Cowboys are practice on the field, it must be something with the windows, not sure, but it seems the building here at Keurig Dr. Pepper always starts leaning a little bit when all the players are practicing. Not sure why it happens. Has the ball in his hand, doesn't fall to the ground. What else are you gonna do with it? You better keep running. Runs all the way down the sideline, tackled short of the end zone. Cowboys go on to score and beat. So, this is the Cowboys Pro Bowl wall. Again, tons of history on this wall. This is the Cowboys Pro Bowl wall. Line of scrimmage is down the middle. Defense is on your right. Offense is on the left. That's always the goal, right? 1971, the Cowboys won their first Super Bowl. They beat the Miami Dolphins 24-3 at Tulane Stadium. 1971, they finally break the moniker there of next year's champs. They finally won. They're this year's champs. Room. This is where we kind of break down film of last week's game. They'll come in sometimes Monday, depending on what the game happened, Monday or Wednesday, come in, break down film, go over what went right, what went wrong from last week's game. Then they'll actually watch next week's opponent.
Just a reminder about pictures of the training table, because there's people in there.
This was the first ever time it was called anywhere. So we're playing the Minnesota Vikings in the divisional round of playoffs in 1975. Playing the Vikings, uniform, 1960. Now, we had to follow the NFL rules. At some point, but at some point we had to follow the NFL rules. NFL rules said, you gotta wear long sleeve cotton jerseys for your uniform. Well, we're playing in Texas at the Cotton Bowl. 130 degrees every single day. That's not great for a long sleeve. That's not long sleeve weather. Believe it or not, when the Cowboys joined the league in 1960, the NFL was only a 12-team league. And it stretched all the way from New York to San Francisco. But the furthest southern team in the NFL at the time was in Washington, D.C. When we joined the league as the 13th franchise, we were one of the true first southern teams. Chicago? Oh, I played long sleeves all day. Don't know as much in Dallas. Then you come back here in 1994. Kind of a throwback jersey to the original. This is Troy Aikman wearing the 75th anniversary patch. 75 years for a league for the NFL. All the teams that year did throwbacks to their original uniform. In this facility, all available for a company to rent out. I think, if I'm not wrong, it's either tonight or yesterday. No, it's probably tonight. We're actually having a wedding here. So these are all 5 Super Bowl trophies. Starting on your left, 1971, 1977, 92, 93, and 1995. How much do you think I have? 50? How many trophies? 20? 30. 30? Really, if you win a Super Bowl, you play 60 minutes of football. You win a Super Bowl, then you gotta lug around a 50-pound trophy. That's terrible. They're only 7 pounds. they're hollow on the inside, making it real easy to throw from boat to boat across the Tampa Bay, right? 1971 trophy correlates over here to your 1971 Super Bowl ring. Take a look at these. One centralized diamond for that first Super Bowl win. Each ring has the Super Bowl MVPs. Sometimes, believe it or not, is behind the podium giving his press conference. You ever see the podium say Sports Center of the Star? You know they're in this very room. Now at AT&T Stadium, we have our own room that we use for post-game press conferences. Again, this is more Monday through Friday state of the team addresses, and again, generally head coach Mike McCarthy. One thing you'll notice, the first room when you enter the headquarters of the Cowboys, making it really easy for all the events here to do their press conferences here. And also, you have more media than just Dallas Cowboys media covering the team. You got ESPN, Dallas Morning News, NFL Network, The Athletic. All sorts of media comes in with the right credential, sit right in, ask their questions, don't have to go through endless amounts of security, just make it real easy for everybody. Now, back at the old practice facility, Valley.
Well, we made it through the tour, and it was very informative, pretty cool. Didn't get to see any players, but they wouldn't let us take videos with them anyways. It's kind of a security deal. But it was 2 weeks before training camp, so a lot of them weren't here. It was pretty neat. We had a good time. What do you think about it, Philip? Good. Good. There you go. There you go.
Sasha, go to the ball. Go to it.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Back that down. Good. You're good.
Here. Yeah, good. Shot, girl. Good. Good job, Liv. Woo! There you go. Keep working. Good. Good job, Liv. Take, Liv. Bust it. Good shot. It was.
Who hit more free throws this weekend than they missed? Who hit more free throws than they missed? All right, hey, look. Other than a couple breakdowns, this game, a couple of the other games, that's the way we're going to play ball, and that's how we went out there and matched the physicality, you matched that intensity. At 33, you need to go down and thank her because she brought it out. She started it. She went down there and she bullied y'all around. Okay, and then you had to step up and do something other than, hey, she's been playing rough. Matched it and you exceeded it. Well done.
I put the last one out. To them no more than I can.
Loud and proud. Let's go, baby.
Feet on my feet. 1, 2, 3, feet on.
Oh my God, we can help JC carry this out.
Good job. Look at the blood on your jersey. Don't show him. Show him the blood on your jersey.
She had claws, I swear. She was like,
Show me all your.
oh, thank you.
Okay, ladies. On count of 3. 1.
I didn't even get any pictures.
I'm gonna take today. I gotta stay there now. Some people on the edge, you need to get in the middle.